Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, buddy, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, but good times.
Yeah. I got in my car tonight.
Your car that was broken down on the highway last night?
Nope. That car was towed. Yeah.
By you, not by the gas station owner?
No. I had it towed to the dealer. And, you know the thing about the well, we're not sure when we're going to be there kind of thing? The guy's like, yeah, could be there anywhere in the next hour. Then called back 4 minutes later. The guy's there. It's like, I'm in my underpants. You know what I mean? It's like
that's got to be the only thing in life where that can happen.
Yeah, it happens in that he's there because you're not there. If you'd gotten there immediately, it would have been, at least the full hour they said it was going to take. But driving another rig, and I got in my car, had the gas gauge on, the light on the gas gauge. We've spoken about this before, but it said you got 33 miles. I was like, all right, I think I can make it into work at 33. Because once you commit to the freeway in L.A., now you're on the freeway.
As you described last night, is that if you get off,
no. Yeah, you're. It's like the movie Judgment Night.
Yeah.
You're going to get off. It's going to be a bad neighborhood. It's the middle of the night. So here's the thing: once you commit to the freeway, you got to get to where you're going. So, all right, I'm going to commit to the freeway, but it went from 33 down to 28 miles and about 80 feet. That's the other one that makes you freak out a little bit. It's like, that 5 miles, that was 85 feet. So then you start driving a little ways longer, you're back up to 33. Now, when I'm pulling off the freeway at the radio station, I'm now up to 37. And
you've driven 20 miles.
Yeah.
12
that's my point with this device. It's actually, you know what it is? It's like a compass that doesn't point to the north.
Right.
It's sort of it's worse than not having a compass.
Yeah.
You'd better off with no gauge, and you'll chance it or you won't. When it tells you, you only got 11, you're back up to 26. It's worse.
At least you could undershoot and just commit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and be conservative and stay there. But you start going back up and you get ballsy.
You know what else it does? I got this one, too. I think this is in the same car. It gets down to about 13, then it flatlines. And that's where it freaks you out. Because you buzz along the freeway like, I got 13. It's like, get the paddles out. Get the crash cart. We're flatlining. Now, what's this mean now? This is like when that dealer at the blackjack table does I'm out. I'm gone. Like, I'm not going to be responsible anymore. And they're like, we had 13 miles 8 feet ago. Why? We're flat.
Zero?
Yeah, now I'm freaking.
And by the way, it doesn't say zero. It just says ...
It just flat lines. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know what I would pay. What would you pay, Drew? What would you pay as an extra in a car if you had a 1 gallon reserve? 1 gallon. It's just 1 gallon. You knew
some Jaguars used to have 2 tanks. Remember that?
They had 2. Yeah, I think you could fill it from both sides, and maybe they did have 2 tanks. And trucks would have 2 tanks, but I mean, just 1 gallon.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want 2 tanks because you'd take that one all the way down too.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You can't have just 5 gallons or just a separate tank or split.
No, emergency
tank. This is 1 gallon. You're going to get 20 miles with this.
It needs to have some. I pay a lot for that. There needs to be some engagement process that's a pain because you don't want to just be doing that all the time.
Yeah,
it's got to be like the space-saving tire.
You have to shove garden hose into the other one and start it like a siphon, like a World War II tank mechanic, suck and spit it into it. I don't know what it is, but the point is when you flip this switch, you now officially have 1 gallon. Except for it wouldn't work that way for me because I wouldn't fill the small tank. I would have nothing in there. No, but the small tank gets filled when you fill the big tank.
Perfect.
Automatically.
Perfect.
Then it cuts it off. That's it. It's no monkeying around, none of this hypothetical. 33 when I leave the house, 37 when I get here.
And all that has to happen is you get a light that comes on, ancillary tank engaged.
Right, and that's
Countdown begins. That's
right. And hatch open. and the thing is It's none of that, well, you're going uphill, you have 35 miles, you're going downhill, you got 9 miles. And by the way, they can't figure that one out. Yeah. 2005, can't figure out that part. Hey, the car's you're on the streets of San Francisco, you got 0 mileage. Oh, you're going the other direction, you got 800 miles. Can't work that little baby out? Nothing? All right. Anyway, I'm telling you, worse than not having one. Thank you. All right. You ready to go?
Yeah, we go.
Deirdre?
Yes.
Ooh.
Hello?
Deirdre?
Or Deidre?
Deidre?
Hello?
Or Deidre? Deidre?
Yes. Deidre.
Deidre.
There she
Yes.
is. There we are.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name's Deidre.
Deidre.
All right.
What's happening?
Okay. Me and my boyfriend had a discussion last night, and I had mentioned about how I thought that women release solid waste right before they have birth, before they give birth to a baby.
Now, releasing solid waste. I mean, like you take a big can of last night's meals and dump it over the edge of the...
Solid waste.
Solid waste.
Yeah.
I mean, they crap themselves?
Well, I'm right after you're already in labor and everything, when you're laying up with your legs open, fixing to have the baby.
Well, think about it, Deidre. There's a bowling ball coming through your vaginal canal. It makes a little sense you might squeeze something out there that you didn't intend to.
How
right?
often does that happen?
Pretty frequently.
I don't know.
Pretty frequent.
I think they do a lot. I'm not obstetrician, but they used to, certainly at the county hospitals where I delivered babies, there's a fair amount of
evacuation going on before?
Dual deliveries. No.
Oh, really? Well, they're both black.
So does it happen?
Actually, it wasn't. No.
Really?
Brown, though.
Brown. Oh, okay. All right. Please. Go ahead.
I think they do a lot of enemas and that kind of clearing things out to just prevent that kind of thing.
Well, my mother said that I'm 21, so 21 years ago, that they gave her an enema for it.
That's what I just said. They do.
But
They do.
My sister, she's 16. They did not. They just said we'll just clean it up and then deliver the baby.
Yeah, it depends on the timing and whatnot and what you want to do, but it's not that big a deal. Look, there's a lot of other stuff flying around at that point, and
Yeah.
you know,
So it's not a big deal.
it's not a big deal at all. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my boyfriend had said that he had watched a movie in middle school about giving birth to a child.
Unacceptable.
He never saw anything of it, anything like that.
Yeah, I know. They can choose a movie if they're going to put the cameras on. I think they
go right.
go and deal with that effect.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to sift through the piles and piles of births they have with fecal matter to finally get to one that doesn't have fecal matter in it to show it to the children. I like the way she just skated past that. You know, my sister now, she was 15 when she got pregnant. She was 16 and nothing came out of her, but now my mom, wow, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think she said, I think it was her mom delivering the 16-year-old 5 years later that didn't do an enema.
Oh, really?
I think that was the point.
Is that it?
I think.
She said her phone line's bad.
Deidre?
Yes.
Was it that when your sister was born, your mom didn't get an enema?
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't when your sister's not been pregnant.
Well, yes, my sister actually has been pregnant. She just gave birth 3 months ago. But
Did she have an enema beforehand?
I don't know. I
haven't had that conversation with her
sister,
yet.
So, right.
How old's your sister?
She just turned 17 yesterday. Yesterday was the 30th. Yeah, the 30th.
Refreshing.
Yeah, so you waited till 17.
So she was 15 when she was pregnant.
No, she was 16 when she was pregnant.
Oh, way off.
All right.
Way off.
All right, but wait. How old doesn't she have a kid?
Yeah, he was born in either October or November.
And she just turned 17.
Right. She just turned 17.
All right, I can do some math there. Yeah. She could have been 15, pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or she could have.
She gave birth at, but it's right about, probably in a couple weeks in 15-ville.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, it takes all kinds.
Wade?
Yeah.
You're 23.
How you doing?
What's up?
I got a question for Dr. Drew about fetish. There's something that turns me on in life. It's ruined relationships, and I can't seem to get it off my mind.
And that is?
Spanking.
Spanking. How has it ruined the relationships?
I had a relationship with a girl for almost a year, and she was great. We got along real well the whole time, but when it came down to sex, I was always asking her to do this, and she didn't want to.
You need her to spank you.
Right. No, I'm way too big to hit a girl. I couldn't hit a girl.
Well, you just choke up on the bat a little bit. You don't take a full swing.
And so this,
Know what I'm saying? Right.
because she would
Stop. Right before impact.
you hold back. It's
I play college ball, and it's not right for me.
It's
I
not-
wouldn't
it's
feel
funny.
comfortable, you know?
Hold on. What, Wade?
Yeah.
Wade, could you hold a baby without crushing it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. You could probably
A light
smack a
smack,
chick
I
on the
can
ass
understand,
without
you know,
putting a
while
hole
we're
in
in
it.
to shake somebody's hands without breaking
Yeah.
it. You're like Herman Munster.
like
You're
Herman
pulling stuff
Munster.
off the wall.
Yeah. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Oh! It crushes the guy's
Every
hand.
time he opens the door comes off in his hand.
Right. He brushes his teeth. And he just pokes a hole in his cheek and then pokes a hole in the other. Car door. Steering wheel comes off in his hand. Everything comes off in his hands.
Exactly.
Hey, what happened to car doors coming off in the hands of strong guys?
Yeah.
Remember that move? Like
part of the souffle humor.
Yeah,
We've lost.
and the thing is, it never had to tear it off the hinges either. This the whole door
It
just sort of popped out.
Well, sort of. It would come out. The handle part would come first, and then the rest would come.
Yeah, the move I miss from old movies and TV shows too is the guy would slam the car door on the used car lot, and then the bumpers would fall off, the doors would fall off, and the tires. It was always a little clumsy. It was like it's not an exact science. It's hard to just loosen those lug nuts enough and have everything served. If you think about it, it's hard to take a bumper and hang it so it stays on,
Yes.
but then falls off right when you want it to fall off.
Very difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah. Big humor, though.
Oh, huge.
Big jokes. Yeah, funny
That
stuff.
was funny. Yeah.
Wade?
Yeah.
All right, so you would crush a woman if you attempted to slap her.
But whether you would or would not, the point is what you like is being smacked yourself.
Right.
On the ass?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah, it's not like a wild thing or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, I'm one of those guys that has a big conscience, and it just seems to be a big release for me whenever that happens.
Whatever that means. And when the fact that she wouldn't do this ruined, you had to break the relationship up because she just couldn't come around?
Well, it's just, I wouldn't even myself. Towards the end, it was just, I was so insistent, and I'm trying to figure out, my main question is what can I do to forget about it, just to get it out of my mind.
Well, fetishes are sort of hard to undo unless you're going to do some long-term work.
Yeah, and you repeating a mantra of I will not be aroused by spanking is only going to make it worse.
That's right.
I don't know what to do. Not thinking about it means
It's like
thinking about it.
Right.
And it's going to happen.
It's like trying to think about dieting or not eating.
Yeah.
And you're going to go ahead and
sort of do it.
Yeah, and the fact is you don't have a horrible fetish. The fetishes generally take the attention away from the intimacy. They sort of take the focus away from the closeness, because in people that have fetishes, the closeness can be sort of overwhelming and scary. Yeah. And fetish is one way of managing that, and this is sort of a mild fetish you have. So what you have to do is find a partner that's willing to kind of come along with you. Mm-hmm. I don't say that very often about fetishes. You notice that?
Get a partner?
Well, just sort of let it ride.
Yeah.
Usually I say, hey, just stop, because it'll spiral. It'll get worse. But I don't think it will with this guy. I don't get that feeling.
So just ride it out like it's like herpes. It burns itself out after 5 years?
Or it's something that kind of plateaus this as far as it goes, and that's that.
All right.
Yeah, good times.
Let's keep on keeping on. Jason masturbates to punish when it feels bad.
Line 2 then.
Line 2? All right. It's our chick.
Yeah.
Meg?
Yes.
18?
Yep.
What's up, baby doll?
My boyfriend recently kind of let it slip that he has a medical condition. It's something with his lungs, and he won't tell me what it is. And I don't know how to get it out of him, but he's really not been himself since he found out. So I really want him to just get it off his chest and tell me.
Does he have something infectious, do you think?
I don't think it's anything that'll affect me. He said he either has to take some sort of pills or be on oxygen.
Forever?
What?
Forever?
Yeah.
Oxygen forever?
One of the two, yeah. I mean, if he forgets his pills, he needs oxygen immediately.
Well, this is like a pretty serious lung problem. What the heck? He's not asthmatic?
No.
Is that
He's 18, and they just found out, like, last month. There's
something
still
called
tests on it to be 100% sure that he has it.
What's his ethnicity?
I'm sorry?
What's his ethnicity?
He's Caucasian.
Because something called sarcoidosis tends to hit African Americans a little more than the Caucasians.
True. You're judging.
I know.
Don't judge.
I'm just
No
profiling. I'm profiling.
No, you can't profile.
I know. God forgive me.
Sorry, take that back. It hits everyone equally
as
all the time.
conditions do. All biology is equal in all people at all times. Always.
It doesn't
Always.
see race, really, money, sex, doesn't matter. Nothing. Everything's exactly the same.
In fact, polar bears, same as humans.
Everything's the same. Exactly the same. Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize for Drew.
So, Meg, what can we do? We don't know what this is. We don't know either.
I'm just wondering, like, is there any way that I can get him to open up to me and let me know what the problem is?
I think as he becomes more comfortable with it, he's going to do it. How long has it been since he was diagnosed?
A little over a month.
Well, how long have you guys been together?
About a year.
He should be telling
Your
you.
boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yeah.
You having sex?
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, why does he need to share?
Would he?
Maybe he's using that.
Would he?
That's what
No, something I want to know.
Need auction.
Yeah.
Would he say that you're his girlfriend?
I would think so. I
Does he
don't know
date
why
other?
not.
Do you guys date other people?
No.
Does okay, and why aren't you having sex?
I've chosen to be abstinent until marriage.
Okay, but because
he's chosen not to tell you about his lung condition. Touche.
Well, I'm not holding him to anything. That's just my...
No, I know. Look, he should...
It sounds very serious, and I would think it's bizarre. People get bizarre when they get illnesses. They get like primitive man all of a sudden.
Well,
it's like, oh, people are going to think I'm flawed. There's something wrong with me. The devil is in me because that's why I'm sick.
You know what it is? I know... first off, I'll tell you something, especially with chicks. Like, I know if I get some bad news, I don't want to go home and tell my wife because they're like, oh, and then you start feeling, or by the way, chicks and Drew, by the way, I got to get the hernia surgery. Oh, man, you're going to be down. You will be down for a month. Be prepared. Be prepared. Oh, my God. I mean, like, people don't want to go through that, so they're like, they just don't want to say anything.
Well, the other thing, women sometimes don't let you maintain your denial. It's like you can be in your own little world with it, and then all of a sudden you hear somebody else react to it, and you're like, oh, my God, she's right. It's serious.
No, there's a host of reasons why you don't want to tell other people, and not so many why you do.
Right. But all the other reasons you don't are sort of unhealthy and avoidant and maintain denial stuff.
Yes, it's true.
And then the other thing is it's about, I think people have sort of primitive thinking about it. Like they really sort of, think about how our history where people believe that the reason they got sick was they were evil. Something happened. They did something wrong. They were being punished.
Right.
And I still think people kind of tend to think that way. They're a little ashamed of being sick.
I don't think it's that they're ashamed or they feel like they're being punished. I just feel like, look, if we don't talk about it, it doesn't really exist. Yeah. And I don't really want it to exist, therefore I'm not going to talk about it,
yes, I do think that happens.
I think everyone sort of has that capacity. Anyway, I'm he's going through a bad time, probably. You deserve some answers as his girlfriend of 1 year.
And it's not as though these sound like trivial symptoms. I mean, this sounds like something very serious.
No, he needs to, sort of open up a little bit. And look, I think it's okay, even though you feel like he's stricken with something, to be a little bit stern and say, look, I'm your girlfriend. I'm in love. I want to know.
I wonder why I shouldn't talk to the parents.
Jason?
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
There you go.
21, what's up?
Well, whenever I'm like down on myself or something, I'll masturbate to prevent, kind of as a punishment.
Yeah.
I never kind of finish off.
Oh, torture yourself?
Wow, that is punishment.
Ooh. Seriously, that's what you do?
Yes. I have cut in the past. But
it is kind of like a thing.
Cut.
Yeah, it's a deprivation thing. There's certain people are studying.
I never
this.
intend to finish either, but I get to a certain threshold where it's no going back.
And think about afterward. That's when you feel that disgust, and that's when you wish you had
that threshold.
Yeah, you got it. But now, don't you? What happens if you get close?
Once in a while, I'll get close and it'll happen, but not much.
Yeah, like 85% of the time. Like Jason's like, oh, you've been a bad boy. No, you're not going to have any satisfaction. All right, well, tomorrow night when I punish myself, definitely no orgasm.
Why do you think they call it self-abuse? Remember we used to call it self-abuse?
Yeah. I prefer fagging off with yourself. Jason?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's nice. So that's healthy. And you cut on yourself, too?
I have.
You have eating disorder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that all kind of goes together.
How's the eating disorder going? What's going on with that?
I don't know. It's hard to motivate myself to eat anything. I kind of get this aspect that I'm just going to get fat, huge.
Yeah. You just sound good old depressed, too, on top of everything.
And you tend to use you're using deprivation as a way of managing those overwhelming feelings.
Right. Whereas Drew uses sex as a weapon.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And the deprivation, whether it's from deny yourself sex or food or cutting, that's all similar kinds of phenomenon. And it really speaks volumes about your inability to regulate your feeling states, and it also speaks a lot to the probability that you had some serious childhood trauma.
How about a little therapy, buddy boy?
And that stuff needs to be worked out, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean, what kind of therapy should I be focusing on? I mean,
just plain old individual therapy. Somebody who has a experience and expertise in dealing with childhood trauma. Because this is what happens to adults when they've had childhood trauma. This is how it manifests later.
Jana?
Yeah.
17?
Yeah.
What's up?
I wanted to know the definition for sex addiction.
I define it as a biological heritage of addiction, so family history of addiction.
Not sexual, just any addiction.
Any kind of addiction, that's right. And then any compulsive sexual acts, whether it's masturbation or prostitution, or whatever it is, frequenting clubs or having problems where it has consequences, behaviors that have consequences in your relationships, your finances, your health, your work or school, or your legal status, and yet you continue in spite of those consequences. That's addiction.
Well, how, if you are one, how do you stop?
It's like any other addiction. If you could stop, I suggest you do. But when it's an addiction, it's a biological process that your brain can't.
Why? What do you got going? You're 17.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel really outcasted. I mean, I've been like this ever since I was little. I started masturbating really early, and it's been torturous.
What has been? What?
I mean, I have to masturbate every single day, God knows how many times a day, and then I need sex all the time. It's always on my mind. It won't let me do anything.
Well, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
He's having sex with strangers?
No, I have a doing it person buddy.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have two.
Oh, he's going to get angry after Drew talks to you. You have two guys.
Yeah.
And were you ever abused?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
No.
There was no you weren't in a chaotic home growing up?
My dad was temperamental, but that was the gist of it.
Who was temperamental?
My dad.
And what did he do?
He'd yell, push a lot, scream. He's just really, really, really extremely bad temper.
And what would he do in those states?
Belittle me.
So he was emotionally abusive.
Yeah.
What else? Would he throw things and frighten you? Did you be fearful for your safety?
Yeah.
Okay, that's abuse. That's trauma.
Yeah.
Was he drinking when he did that?
No.
Dad just freaking out all the... hold on a second. My mom was sort of what you'd call unstable growing up. It's freaky for a kid when a parent is sort of unstable and is sort of losing it, a little out of control. Kids feel out of control. I mean,
they feel like their well-being is in jeopardy. They're going to be they're falling into a pit, right?
Yeah, it's like you're in a plane and the pilot's drunk and he keeps turning around saying, "What is that? What is this? What's this dial? What's this gauge?" You're like,
and then
"What?"
Goes, falls asleep.
Then falls asleep again, and you're like, "What?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling. No.
What do I do?
I'll not be watching the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be looking through the Sky Mall. I'm going to go over there and try to, give him some coffee.
Nor I'm not going to be attending to my growth and development. I'm not going to be working in school. I'm going to be trying to keep this guy patched together.
Kind of freaked out, yeah.
Keep this guy pumped up, and here we go.
Jana?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, look, you're acting out. You're aware you're acting out.
There may be some other things, too, here. You may be bipolar, that kind of put some rocket fuel behind this.
But, every other aspect of me is, quite normal. It's just that the sex part, it's just overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe it's time, if you can't control it, to get yourself some help.
But I'm 17. I tried looking for it, but there's, nothing. for 17-year-olds.
Well, you're right, actually, Janet. It's tough for 17, but the Del Amo Hospital, if you call the intake people in Redondo, you live in Long Beach?
Yeah.
Del Amo Treatment Center, give that intake program a call there. Ask for Francis, okay?
Really?
Francis at the Del Amo Hospital?
Del Amo Hospital in Redondo. And,
really?
See if he can help
you
you
out. Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Is it possible that you could never have an orgasm from just intercourse alone without clit action?
That's most women.
That's most?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's totally normal if I'm like that.
Yes, it is
there
normal.
any
Why are women so...
Yeah.
You see how bad our culture is at helping women?
Yeah, I
Every
know.
single one of them cannot have orgasm with intercourse and is wondering what's the matter with them.
And, by the way, thinks it can be pounded out of them.
Yes.
Like,
Or
look,
or if they just find the right spot.
as a dude, you nail me in the keister a handful of times and it ain't working for me. My strategy is not pound harder.
Or
My
you put something higher up or with a hook on it or whatever.
You got to get a C extension, double down on the lube, and let's pick up the pace, Peppy.
But isn't the intriguing thing is there's not a guy on earth that would keep fishing around. They go, hey, let's figure this out.
Yeah,
You get down and figure
it
it out.
ain't happening.
But then you go, yeah, let's make something happen. Let's
work.
figure it out.
Let's work on the stuff that is working. This ain't working.
And then you tell everybody about it too. By the way,
Yeah.
women don't share with each other.
No, they don't. And then they write these articles in these, Cosmo rags, and it's how to have a 2-hour orgasm, and then everyone else reads it. It's like, where's my 2-hour orgasm? They think something's wrong with them, but they don't talk to each other because they sort of, women sort of, they like each other, but they don't trust each other very much, Mm-hmm. They're sort of... They're sort of like competing. I don't know. They're like attorneys or something in the courtroom. They have to work together. Maybe they have a little respect for each other. Ultimately, they don't trust each other. They're not going to divulge any serious information. Right. They're scared it's going to get used against them later on in the case.
Good probability.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Ben Stein. The great Ben Stein in tomorrow night. And you know why I say great Ben Stein, Drew? He's a huge fan of the show.
Oh, that makes him great.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson.
And when I say he's great, guess which one of us he's a bigger fan of?
Oh, I'm sure he's a Carolla fan.
Oh,
He
yeah.
must be just well, it makes him great.
He doesn't have to be a good guy. It's most certainly makes him a genius.
Of course.
Genius.
Yes.
Oh, what a brilliant, brilliant man. You know how it is. When people recognize my genius, immediately label them genius.
You recognize theirs. It allows you to see it.
It allows me. It cuts right through the fog, and pow.
It's sort of a
like
sign.
a beacon in the night. I see their genius. Yeah, that's all.
It's like a Mensa card or something.
It's a Mensa card. Yeah. You ready to rock? That's Drew on Turn Me On, Ben Stein?
Turn Ben Stein on.
Turn Ben Stein on. Yeah, my title's gayer.
Here's the comedy. Before I did this, he was always a little posturing between me and Ben, and because he fashions himself sort of an opera buff, he anointed me accomplished at that point. He decided, oh, you know what you're doing now.
Well, Ben and Drew, first off, they're both pretty big thinkers, and sometimes there's just not enough room on stage for two eggheads, quite frankly. And Ben did the TV show, and I think Drew gave him his spare the rod speech. And
he didn't like that.
Ben begged to differ.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Ben's not, Ben's he wrote speeches for Nixon, for Christ's sake. He's not a guy that likes to be told, listen,
anything.
You're a little over your head in this one intellectually. I think I know what I'm saying. He doesn't take well to that. Smart. Here's the thing. It's like, you know what it is? It's like guys that are good athletes. They think they're good at every sport.
Right.
You can't tell them.
And they kind of are.
They kind of are. But they can't snowboard the first day they go to the mountain. They can't stay off the big jump.
Right.
And they're just like, nah, screw it. I see that. I see how that works.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Ben is like that.
And probably most of the time
but
he's right.
Genius.
Genius.
And why?
Because he
he's recognized
your greatness.
Well, genius.
Your greatness. Your genius, your greatness.
Thank you. Holly?
Yeah?
18?
Yeah.
What's up, baby doll?
Well, my boyfriend is 19 years old, and he's become impotent, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. When did it first happen?
This started happening a couple weeks ago, or about a month or...
What was the circumstances? What were you guys doing?
Oh, well, where it's like, we were just messing around and stuff, and like, I was like, well, do you want to have sex? And he was just like,
oh yeah, Holly, yeah, oh. Let's picture Holly for a second here.
Holly,
first of all, paint the language she just used.
They were fooling around.
She was grabbing for his, what?
Grabbing for his junk. She said, "You want to have sex?" He was like, "I don't think I can get it up." And she said, "What the F?"
Okay, now I'm thinking, Smith College, at Holyoke College.
I don't know if I'm picturing somewhere out of the country.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Geneva. You're right.
Finishing school in Geneva.
And University of Lausanne after that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
was thinking Lausanne. And I picture her now with that, sort of, I guess that preppy look with the tennis
more than
sweater.
Preppy. Yes, the 1940s preppy with the petticoat with the collar up here. Yeah.
Yeah, real old-fashioned.
Yeah, that's right.
Real old school.
Yeah, that's Holly.
Yeah. Let's talk to, I'm scared to talk to Holly. Holly?
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's difficult for you to control your speech.
Okay, I apologize.
But in this country,
You
in the United States,
can't use the F word on the radio.
I apologize, and I'm from Sacramento.
oh, well, that explains it.
But you went to finishing school in Geneva, yes?
No.
Huh?
No, I'm confused now.
All right. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it another day. So he's having what's going on now? Junior college?
Me?
Sac State.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Sac State.
Hold on. Junior college?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Next caller!
Hello, I got to pick you up.
Shocking.
Get you off the floor.
Shocking. 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 I am flabbergasted.
Do you recognize her, Chris? You seen her walking around PCC or anything?
Oh, she was lecturing.
No, not at all.
She lectured to Chris's class. Are you kidding? She's valedictorian. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
She only dropped the F-bomb 9 times during the lecture. A new low for junior college students. A new score to beat.
The parents were appreciative, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if junior college isn't such a isn't a place of sort of subpar learning, how come I can tell when I'm talking to one every time?
It's amazing. Well,
It's not like you have to have an accent or anything. No, here's how. Here's how you know you're talking to someone who goes to junior college. They're rock dumb. Not you, Chris. Not you, buddy.
You. Yeah, not me.
Not you, buddy. But all the rest of them. Just stumps. Fantastic.
all right, so Holly.
And let me say this about junior
They
college.
know
for
their
the love of
hacky
Christ.
sack, though. Yeah.
They know granola bars, they know hacky sack, they know to lash out against the man. And
Kudo bars.
They hate their step parents. But here's the thing. Everybody is doing them a disservice by pretending like they're students. Oh, but where are you going? I'm going to college. Oh, great. Where are you going? Pierce. Oh, okay. That's and you're going to transfer to a 4-year. Oh, okay. Stop it. These are D students in high school at best. They never took the SATs. They're not meant for any scholastic anything. Hold your ears, Chris. They need to either go in the military or get an effing job.
Or get an apprenticeship sometime.
Yeah. All right,
We really do need to bring apprenticeship back more thoroughly, don't you think?
Yes.
More systematically.
Yes. Because you know what they're doing right now? It's like someone just threw them in a lake and they're just going to tread water for 9 years. That's fantastic.
And if you notice, people from other countries bring their kids along in an apprenticeship situation. I mean, the guys who work on your house,
yeah.
by the time the kids are 18, they know how to do stuff.
Oh, listen. I got those Latinos. They got their kids and their kids' kids and their kids. I got zygotes working on my house. I actually put stuff up the mother.
to give them some work.
Took like a whole IKEA bookshelf, put it up there, pow, spat it out. It was all put together.
Nice.
And I had to throw the Allen wrench in there, too.
Of course.
I think she swallowed that.
Oh, no.
Doesn't work that way?
No.
All right, the point is yeah, you teach your kids. Teach your kids something.
Yeah.
No, Jose, my electrician, he brings his kid around for like 5 years.
Bola de queso?
Yeah, they just call him Gordo now. So I love about the Mexicans. They cut right to the quick. It's like, look, what's a good nickname for a fat kid? How about Fatty? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That seems
Here you
okay.
go.
Until we think of something better, we'll call the fat kid Fatty. It's awesome. The bola de queso is the ball of cheese, which
That's what
I
it's
like.
littler.
I worked with another guy that was known as the ball of cheese. This guy was just always gordo. And this kid's been around. Kid's been around 5 years now,
Yeah,
and
I've
he's
seen him.
full-blown electrician now.
Yeah, and he's like 14.
He's 15. He's 500 pounds. He's a full. No, he's lost some weight.
Well, probably the tight
Still got
spine.
that big cabeza, but he is a full-blown electrician.
Yeah.
That's what. Or you go to junior college and have
Drop the
fun.
F-bomb on radio.
Have fun treading water.
Holly.
Sorry, Chris. Pull your fingers out of yours now, buddy.
Okay,
What's-
Holly, here's the deal. Is your boyfriend doing drugs?
No.
Is he on medication?
No.
You sure?
I'm very sure.
Was there anything going on that day? Had he been masturbating, or were you in a sort of anxiety-provoking... What?
Not that I know of.
Well, certainly he has been, but as far as you know, he wasn't just prior to that.
No.
And he's had this problem ever since?
Pretty much.
How many times have you guys tried since?
About 4 or 5.
I gotta tell you, that's sort of medication or something medical until proven otherwise.
What if you gave him oral sex?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Yeah. Why not?
I have issues with that.
How's the relationship going?
It's going fine so far.
What happened? You got molested? Somebody forced oral sex on you?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Who was that? Who did that?
An ex-boyfriend a while back.
How old were you?
I'm 14.
Yeesh.
How old was he?
21.
16.
Nothing before that?
No.
That's enough to give us some weird feelings about that one. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Oral sex is really one of the cures for this, or at least it's a test to see if the plumbing's hooked up.
Right. If there really is an organic problem, a medical problem,
Yeah.
he'll still have trouble there.
At 18,
well, some guys are either smoke a lot of pot and she doesn't really think about it as him doing drugs, or the relationship's going poorly, he's terribly anxious, he's guilty about something's not going right. Even then, though, they should be able to overcome that. Think about an 18-year-old guy.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a freaking hurricane going on. He'll get through it.
Yeah. I feel bad for Engineer Chris now.
But you did work it a little bit.
I was just kidding, buddy.
He's lost in thought.
It's all right, man.
And we're cool.
He's considering his life here.
we're cool.
You'll be cool.
Well, he has a plan, though.
So does everyone at junior college.
Both my parents have graduated, and they both went to junior college, so there you go.
They graduated from university.
Yes.
They did.
Yeah.
But when now?
How old were they when they graduated from university?
Oh, I don't know how old they were. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But they went to junior college out of high school, right? And then they graduated.
Not really, no.
No?
They didn't.
29 though, buddy.
That's right.
All right. Listen, look. Who's a better friend? One that just watches somebody tread water, just run on a never-ending treadmill with a snack
Or the
bar
one
in
who
it?
sees him down there and says, "Hey, we got to. While you're treading water, you're going to go down eventually. Let's end this now. Throw a big boulder on it."
Yeah.
How about
the
that's
guy?
a good friend?
How about the guy's got the guts to take a bench vise and throw it in your underpants and bring it right to the bottom of Davy Jones' locker? Yeah. All right. Let's take a. I just worry, buddy. That's all.
It's all right. Thanks,
okay.
man.
All right. Take a Drew. I went to junior college. I know what goes
Yeah,
on.
you went too, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I shouldn't say I know what goes on over there. I know what doesn't go on over there.
Well, see, Chris, he wants to be like you. See, the problem is you're setting a bad standard.
I got out when I was let's say I got out the first time when I was like 19. And
You
then
went back?
I went back. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, to radio.
No, I was curious about radio, but they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, okay, good.
You had to
Feel
take
bad.
a voice and diction class.
Oh, forget that.
Forget that. But I think I did go back when I was like 22 and took like 2 classes or
Wow.
something. I actually had a schedule.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Did you even finish those classes?
I did, but then I fell apart the next semester.
So, Chris,
you had a full-time job at the time you had 2 classes, right?
Yeah, I did. I had a job. I work with the Born Again gangbanger Christians at Always Better Closets in Burbank.
Oh, then?
Yeah, installing closets.
So carpet cleaning and ditch digging came after that?
No, that was the break I took from carpentry. Yeah,
Carpet cleaning.
I'd done the carpet cleaning.
And the ditch digging.
I'd done the ditch digging, and I'd done a couple years of carpentry. Maybe more. Maybe like 4 or 5 years
So you must
of
be like
carpentry.
25 at that point.
I could have been 24, 25.
And then you went back to junior college?
I'm going to figure out my years. I'm going to figure
So,
it out.
Chris, the bottom line here is, get a couple more jobs.
Yeah.
Dead-end jobs.
Mhm.
Dead-end jobs.
Oh, don't worry about that.
And let the college thing just fall apart.
Right.
Just completely just let go. Let it fall.
Right.
And
then begin your lucrative career in radio.
Radio, yeah.
Then you got to talk to Kimmel. Forgot about that part. All right, we'll take
You got his
a
number right.
quick... I can't give it out.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is your radio. Loveline will be right back.
You're a dick to a lot of people on the air.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Well, I figured out how old I was when I made my return to junior college.
Okay, I'm ready.
23.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you'd had, Chris, listen carefully. Take notes.
Mm-hmm.
Carb clearing.
All right, so basically, I got out of high school, and I went to play football in junior college.
So that was the reason. There was a reason there for junior college.
I got like recruited, if that's possible, by the local coach, Chuck. Oh man, I can't remember his name. He was such a hard ass. And yeah, I actually got recruited by these little colleges, like Pacific and Marshall. Marshall was smaller back then, and like Lewis and Clark. And, Cal Poly Pomona, Cal Poly San Luis
These
Obispo.
are 4-year schools, though.
Yeah, but didn't have big football programs.
But still, you would have been a university.
I couldn't fill out any paperwork or anything though, and I didn't have anybody to help me fill out any paper. I didn't know what to do. You know,
You couldn't follow through with those huge dreams of Cal Poly Pomona or Lewis and Clark.
Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, man, I should think of some of these. Are Pacific College, yeah.
University of Pacific.
University of Pacific, yeah. The big, UC Davis. That was another school recruited me.
Wow.
But yeah. Anyway, so I went to the junior college, and then I hurt my back, and I just quit. And I went to school a little while longer, and then I quit. Then I was like 19.
And then you went back.
Then I cleaned carpet. Then I swung a hammer.
Dug ditches.
And I swung a hammer. I did that for about 3 or 4 years. Then I got a job installing closets and working part-time, but under the table. I was making the big bucks.
Yes, I remember you've told one story about that job where you went and installed a closet in the wrong house.
Yes, I did. Yes. Yep.
What if that lady's still around?
She's a Mexican cleaning lady.
Oh.
Banged on the door. She, answered the door, what? And I was like, hey, out of the way. Walked right in. She's like, huh?
Where's the closet?
Where's the closet? Well, no, I knew where to go. Went right to the master bedroom.
Of course. That's where that was.
Walked right in. The reason I installed a closet and some brackets in the bathroom, by the way, but the reason I installed a closet into the wrong house is because it's the same houses have the same address as one street over, the one behind it, and I lived on one street, and my apartment was on the other, and my dad's house was on the other. And when I looked at the address, I said, "Oh, that's my street." Oh, and somehow when I said that's my street, at some point, my street meant my old house and my new apartment or whatever it was. I went to the address one street over. And I barged right in, and it was a little Mexican maid. She was taking care of an infant. And I walked right in. I told her, head to the master bedroom, walked right into the master, because they told me, go in the master bedroom, do the master bedroom closet, and put some hooks up in the bathroom. And then something that is weird, my boss almost never said. He said, you got to get paid. You got to get paid. Usually just I would leave the invoice, and that's it. They send the money, But he said, pick up the check, which he never said before. Wow. So I went in the master bedroom, opened the closet door. I was like, oh, Christ, these bastards didn't clean the closet out. It was packed full of crap. So they start taking everything, threw it on the bed. Oh. I was angry. It's like, oh man, we make these, we book these things weeks in advance. People are told they got to clean their closet out.
Didn't take a beat and go, is it? Am I?
Nah. Once in a while you'd be at a house where I'd committed. Took the whole closet, put the whole closet on the bed, ripped out the old stuff, put in the new stuff. went to the bathroom, put some robe hooks up or something.
You're putting elaborate shelves and everything in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't, the biggest job I ever did, but it was a closet, a master bedroom, And then told the lady, sign up, need some money.
Dinero.
She's like, need some dinero. She's like, okay. It's like, bola queso. That's all I could say. She said, no, what? And I said, the money. You got to pay the money. We got the invoice. I was showing the invoice, and she went and I said, she went and got a piece of mail that had the address on it. And she held it next to the invoice with the same address, but the wrong street name on it. And that's when I realized. And she saw the panic in me, and she started running for the phone.
Oh.
I started running for the bedroom to back those screws out and get the hell out of Dodge. So I just backed everything out and hit the road.
Did you repack the closet?
No.
Oh.
I had to demo out demoed out the closet. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what the hell they found when they got home.
Oh, my
all right.
God.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird one. And I'm sure the maid never really fully explained it correctly. All right.
That's a scene from a movie.
Well, there you go, Chris. That could be you one day.
Good times.
Yeah. We'll take a little break. Be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. Call the line.
Hey, this is Don D-Mac from the locker room on KBPI. Stout, what do you think about Loveline?
Do you see my hands in my pockets?
I love it. Back with more after this on 106.7 KBPI.
BPI's Loveline. Loveline on 106.7 KBPI, Denver. Loveline.
Yeah, everybody, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's the good doctor, Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Ben Stein in here tomorrow night from Son of the Mask, which is, it's been a while. It's been a good 11 years or so since The Mask came out.
Oh, my God, that's right.
Yeah?
Wow.
Jim Carrey, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that movie 94, 95?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somewhere in there, 10, 11 years, no problem. It's really weird, by the way. If you have TiVo, you have TiVo, you start, or even just satellite cable. I don't know, for some reason with TiVo, I always see, you see the year every movie came out.
Yeah.
Just cruising through the paper channels.
Yeah.
Or, the premium channels. And, you see these movies, The Crying Game. I saw it today. I was like, what the?
I don't want to know.
What was that, 85? What the?
Uh-oh.
It's weird.
What is it, 85?
I think it was 92. Some of them are later than you think.
Well, I feel better.
Yeah, but then you realize 92 was 13 years ago. Now you don't feel good anymore, do you?
Oh, God.
Now, 13 years ago, Engineer Chris was still in junior college.
Oh, so he turned? Oh, he went back. He went back. He went back like you went back.
Buddy, all right.
But I
You
feel
know
like
what I'm saying?
I kind of feel like since 9/11, things accelerated.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in the world. It's just hard to even keep track of things.
Yeah.
The Mask was 94.
94.
There you go.
Look at that, buddy.
You're way off, Adam. Way off.
I said 94.
I know.
Fast, though.
It's good.
Yeah.
Learned that in junior college.
Yeah. And Anderson probably found it a couple minutes before Chris
Couple of
did,
seconds
but
before,
he's
yeah.
not going to say anything because I was right. Anderson was like, what? He was right.
94.
All right, now I got to my lip. All right.
What are you guys talking about? I have no clue.
Thanks, buddy. Jennifer,
Yes.
21. What's up?
Like I said before, my boyfriend and I have been going out for about 10 months, and he is like the first time around, it lasts about 5 minutes or less when we have sex. And then after that, it's it lasts way too long.
How long would you like him to last?
I don't know, more than 5 minutes. I don't know, 10, 20 minutes or something.
Okay, well,
Well, then what's too long?
Right.
Well, I'll go for more than an hour the second time around. And it's like, oh my God.
Have you told him that you'd like to stop before that?
Well, yeah, we usually do, because we both kind of get tired of it,
Yeah, he's not going to have another orgasm. He's doing that because he thinks it's impressing you and you like it.
Oh, is he not having a second orgasm?
Sometimes, most of the time, no. If we get tired, we'll stop.
Yeah, but Jennifer, he's doing that for you. So if he wants to
Why
know...
did he come so quickly the first time?
Because that's him. That's normal. 5 minutes about, little on the fast side, but it's okay.
Well, first off, it's a lifetime to a man of passion like Dr.
Yes,
Drew.
of course.
5 minutes, you might as well spend 5 minutes
talks
under
about how he's,
ice
like,
in
so
a lake in Minnesota. I mean, that's what that 5 minutes feels like for Dr. Drew.
What's that, Jennifer?
Passionate.
By the way, the 5 minute, the clock starts ticking at the moment. Set your sights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not the actual intercourse part.
No,
how dare you?
Up the path to his bachelor pad is when he set that clock. Turn that sand glass over. Pow. I was going to say hourglass, but no way. No way. All right, sorry. What's that, Jennifer?
He, like, after we're done, like, the first time around, he's always talking about, you know, he's no good because he doesn't last long enough and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, well, what can we do to make it last longer the first time? You know,
he can masturbate just beforehand, so you'll really be getting him round two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what he needs to do, basically.
Well, that's about it.
But Jennifer, you guys have very strange ideas about this. His rhythm is the 5 minutes. That's him. Yours is 20 minutes. You need to figure out a way to make it work for both of you. And it's not going to be that he's suddenly going to change his rhythm any more than you're going to change yours.
Yeah.
Why can't you go in 5 minutes? You're not going to do that. That's not how it works for you.
You know, is human beings, we really, I don't know, it's got to be a 500 billion gazillion dollar industry every year, changing whatever.
In really intrinsic qualities.
Yeah,
things that just are about you.
Here's the thing. Guys have their clock.
Yep.
Some guys go in 10 seconds, some guys go in 10 minutes, some guys go in 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's it. We would like the guys who go in 10 hours to write a book. They should no sooner write a book than the guy who goes in 10 minutes or the guy who goes in 10 seconds.
Nor than Christy Brinkley should write a book about how to be her.
Right. You know what it's like? It's like some people can taco their tongue,
yes.
Just roll it up. Other guys can't do it.
Right.
Should the guy taco his tongue write a book on how to taco his tongue? He just can do it. Some people can do it. Some people can have one eyeball looking one way and eyeball. They just can't. They can roll their R's. They can do accents. They can do dialects. Some people are fat. Some people are skinny. Some people have a big nose. Some people have a small nose. Some people get horrible diseases for no reason. Others are fine into their 90s. The guy was in 90s. Oh, he drank and he smoked. Oh, how does this work? What did the environment do to the guy who died prematurely? Must be something. Always looking for an answer. The answer is certain amount of people do this, certain amount of people do that. Yeah, if the guy's, working in the shipbuilding industry and he's spraying asbestos 12 hours a day, that's something. But that part where it's like, he was too close to the power lines growing up, this kind of nonsense.
No way.
He worried too much.
No.
That's all people want to do.
Yeah. We're way more resilient than that. And by the way, how free of any of that were we in nature? Stress and infections and things. I mean, God.
No, it's just certain people have horrible diseases and they get horrible things happen to them. Certain people go gray when they're 25. Certain guys start losing their hair at 22, 23. Other guys, they got a thick black head of hair in their 60s. Should they be writing books? Is there something they've done? And people love to do that. Well, you know what it is. I get up every morning, I drink myself a big glass of buttermilk. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's it. There we go.
There you go.
Everybody,
there
100%.
Yeah, it's like the guys who have the big muscular calves. What is it? Oh, well, you know what? I take the stairs. Everyone else takes the elevator. Oh, that's where you get this huge bodybuilder-type calves. Yeah, I take the stairs. Really? You can see tennis players have skinny calves. They've been on a pro circuit for 13 years. They got nothing.
Right.
Really? You go up to the second floor via the fire stairs, and you've been doing that for 9 months? I forget those two big balls, right? I don't mean balls, but you know what I'm saying.
The calves.
Yeah, that's how it got there? Yeah, that's all we do. That's all we do. And then we want to, basically then what we want to do is, the guy's got the big calves, he's got to write a book. The guy with the big nose, he needs to be punished.
Right.
Hey, Baldy with the schnoz, yeah, let's make fun of you. You, hot chick, why don't you write yourself a book? We're going to learn how to be hot.
Now, in these two couples' case, this couple, they need to learn how to manage their differences in a way that's satisfying for both of them.
Yes.
Not change their differences, manage them.
Right.
It's a little different.
And the reason I bring this up is because Jennifer thinks, I believe that was her name.
I can't remember. She shot herself long ago in this conversation.
I know. Jennifer, Chris about to too. Jennifer thinks because she lives in our crappy society, well, what can he do? what can we do? What can we do?
Yeah.
There's a cure for everything. There's a pill for everything. There's a book for everything.
Right.
There's a video for everything.
Right.
Now, and then you start blaming the person.
Right. That she's angry and resentful with him. Why is he only 5 minutes?
I don't think you should blame a guy who busts a nut at 5 minutes any more than you should blame a guy for being short.
Or having small calves.
Or having skinny calves.
Yeah.
Or big schnots. Yeah. Remember that campaign?
What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
What weren't they thinking?
And why did the FCC get on that?
They did eventually.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, it disappeared after a few weeks, but they
Yeah, I think just because they slunk away in shame, having realized what they'd created.
Yeah. No,
No, they
don't.
did it to get the young buyers, I think.
No, I don't think they had any idea what they were doing.
Well, then who wrote it? Of course they did, Drew.
I bet they didn't.
No, the old guys that approved it had no
Yes,
idea.
the old guys that approved it really didn't understand what they were
But the
doing.
people that wrote it knew.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And were laughing their ass off.
What was that, corn nuts?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut.
I mean,
No, it was worse than that, though. They'd say, like, go behind closed door, lock the door, and bust the nut.
I mean,
We got, like, details.
but when it first came out, people are looking at each other like, what? Are they kidding? It's a joke?
I didn't even really notice. All I knew is I needed to snack and beat off.
When you heard it?
Like, I need some salty snack, and man, I got to go at myself. I'd just be driving my car thinking that.
Proof positive what advertising does. Subliminal.
It
got
works.
in there.
It's powerful. Yeah. Yeah, there's this new McDonald's commercial I just saw today where the guys, they got the brother talking about the Big Mac saying, I'd hit that.
Ooh.
Basically means I'd
Have sex
screw
with it,
that.
yeah.
I don't think the executives quite knew what that one was either. All right.
Anyway, so he needs to maybe masturbate beforehand, or she needs to relax and communicate more with him about what she needs. Because guys think that a girl needs to go all night, that it's going to be great. If the longer I go, the better.
Right.
No, you've got your rhythm. You have after a certain period of time, it's ouch only, and then they get angry and resentful. Like, are you done yet? Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they usually fake an orgasm to get you off.
Yeah.
Penny?
Hey there.
Hey, 17, what's up?
I'm finding that about 20 minutes after I have sex where I come really hard, I'm getting excessively wet, and I wondered what that could be.
20 minutes later, all of a sudden you get something coming out?
Yeah, well, 20 minutes is a rough estimate. Sometimes it's 10, but usually, a good while afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have a female ejaculation, do you think?
I've been guessing that I have, but I wondered why it was, not happening at the time of.
See, I'm wondering if it is happening at the time of, and just some more comes just down later. It works its way down.
You think that's possible?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
It's just like any other discharge. You have some secretions, and they eventually work their way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it doesn't have to come out with force necessarily.
Yeah, it's probably just the remnants of your last orgasm.
Right.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Way ahead of the game,
Penny. Yeah.
You got a boyfriend?
Yes,
Ooh,
I do.
multi-orgasmic.
Are you multi-orgasmic?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Oh, you got to write a book. Yeah, Drew knew it. It's right. All right, so there you go. You're the one who has the multiple orgasms, where every chick I've been with is the one that doesn't have any. There you go.
Penny's been hoarding them, stealing them
you've
from
been
you.
bogarting the O's. You owe me some orgasms, baby. You don't know what you've done to my self-esteem.
Yeah, I'll send those over.
Please do. Yeah, do it in one of those envelopes. And by the way, let me say this. Wow, Penny. Who names your kid Penny anymore?
It's like a Pee Wee Herman cartoon.
Yeah. All right. Let me say this about sending stuff. I don't know if you've noticed this. There's two things that are driving me nuts with getting crap in the mail. There's the packing peanuts where you pop the thing open and then the stuff just goes blowing out of the thing, goes blowing like down the driveway, and you can't. And then there's this other one. There's this envelope that seems to be filled.
With sawdust.
Yeah. Now, you know what that...
No matter how you open it, there's like asbestos flying all over the room.
Right. That is a envelope that is filled with like fiber.
Yeah.
And it's I'll think of the name of it in a second. But it's like insulation.
Yes.
Fiber, and you tear it open, it just goes flying everywhere, and it's like, really?
But even when you use scissors, it'll still.
Right. Whose plan was this?
Yeah.
By the way, why don't you give me a break and just send some anthrax over in a regular envelope?
There you go.
I would be much nicer than this mess.
Sure.
I really, if
More honest.
just in a regular manila envelope with some anthrax in it, it'd be fantastic. At least not one of those goddamn envelopes that just sheds everywhere when you crack it open.
It's more merciful too.
It's a quicker, more dignified death, other than the one of you down on your knees cleaning up that crappy
And
envelope.
inhaling the fiber.
Yeah. Yeah. Celluloid.
Stacy, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Stacy's 19. Stacy,
Yeah,
stop listening to that radio.
It's basically cellulose, I should say. It's basically a newspaper pulp. Celluloid is film. Cellulose is that newspaper pulp.
Got it.
Stacy?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Why is celluloid? Look up cellulose.
Cellulose is a plant fiber. Celluloid is a
The
plastic.
film.
Yeah.
All right. What's the cellu part? The cell?
I'll look it up. You want to get all the Latin
I get Chris on
prefixes
it.
and stuff.
Yeah. Stacy?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yes.
What's up?
You know what I think cellulose is? Cellulose is linear, like boxcars of plant cells.
All right.
That's what creates
Yeah.
the fibers.
Yeah.
And celluloid is like that in a long strip.
Ah.
Oid,
yeah.
like.
Makes sense. Oid is...
Celluloid is sort of like.
Lloyd.
Yeah, ish.
Ish.
Cellu-ish. Cellulose-ish.
Sorry. Stacy, go ahead.
Okay. So I go to a Christian university,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 2 roommates, and I just started there this year. And I'm finding myself to be really attracted to them. And this is like a huge problem because I have all my family's Christian, so I don't know what to do because it's really unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Are you lesbian?
I would say bisexual.
You're
Hold
lesbian.
on. I hear people yapping.
You will. No way. Don't tell them this.
No, first I heard the
giggling.
The little peep. This has got to be bogus, right?
Yeah, but let's...
Yeah? As bogus
through.
calls go.
Yes.
It's amongst the best. Solid one, yeah. Stacy?
Yes.
Are your roommates attractive?
Yeah, it's really hard because they'll just change in front of me and all this stuff, and we kind of joke around.
Hold on a second, Stacey. You know, this is the one they picked to put up for this. You know what I mean? You can tell she's the one.
She's a
Stacey
straight
will do
one.
it. Stacey will do it. She'll carry it off.
Theater major.
Yeah.
So your roommates, what do they look like?
Well, there's one, Jennifer, and she's
Oh yeah.
really
Jennifer.
Can I use her last name too, so you can really.
Yeah. Jennifer's what? She's tall.
she's tall and blonde, surfer type girl.
Mm-hmm. What cup size are we talking about?
Oh, like a C.
C cup. All right. And,
Big C.
Big C.
See, the Provo at Pepperdine or Mount St. Mary is going to be angry tomorrow.
And then who's the other one?
My other roommate's Allison.
Allison.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's she look like?
She's kind of more athletic, like shorter girl. She plays softball.
Uh-oh.
You may find a home there. She lesbian?
Is she what?
She lesbian?
No, I don't. No, neither of them are lesbian.
Which one do you like more?
Oh gosh.
You notice where the bogus call starts breaking down.
Yeah, they just
probably
they can't sustain it. It's like, well, they're not lesbian. How dare you? How do you?
Yeah, they don't really have it.
Impugn my roommates like that.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Stacy. You're into which one?
Probably Jen.
Yeah, Jennifer's hot. She got the heaping.
She's hot.
She's got that heaping C cup. Well, now you're a Christian?
Yes. Well, am I Christian?
Yeah.
Not really. My family is.
So you don't care?
You a Mormon?
No.
Okay. So why don't you just go for it?
Why don't I go for it?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't. They wouldn't be into that.
Why don't you just hand the phone over to them since they're sitting there anyway?
Yeah.
We'll talk to them.
Let me talk to the hot one.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
they're really not with me.
Well, just hand her over. Go ahead.
Whoever's in the room.
Just hand the
You
phone
want to
along.
talk to one of my roommates?
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, we're positive.
Okay, hold on. Hello?
There
Hello?
we go. It's Jennifer or softball player?
Allison.
Allison. Yes.
This is Jen.
Jen, of course.
C cup plus?
Yeah.
That's nice. Are you into Stacy at all?
Stacy's pretty hot. She's a nice ass.
Really?
Softball ass, you know.
Well, she's a softball player, too.
Does she play softball too?
Huh?
Does she play softball too?
Yeah.
Jen's got a little junior college going here, doesn't she?
Jen, what happened? You know the dean? How'd you get into this college?
Well, I got them financial aid, so I went.
They offered you financial aid because are you a athlete or something?
C-Cup.
Yeah, and I was valedictorian in my high school.
Really?
Where'd you grow up?
Mexico.
Palmdale?
Palmdale.
Well, same thing.
All right. Anyone who just finished high school in Palmdale is valedictorian. All right. So Jen.
Mhm.
Now, is Stacy? We know this is sort of a bogus phone
Sort
call.
of bogus.
Well, there could
Completely
still be some.
bogus.
Don't ruin it for me.
All right.
There still could be some interest with the two of you, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've made out with girls before, but
You have.
my roommates are hot.
Well, look. Here's the thing. If you guys want to, cut through the lesbian haze,
She's made up with girls to impress guys.
Yeah.
It's one of those
and we'll
things.
cut through the lesbian haze. You have a couple of wine coolers.
Is that the lesbian haze cutter?
They're not gonna make it through otherwise.
I see.
You don't do this at noon on a Sunday. You know what I mean? You gotta have a couple of boozes.
I see.
I'm just kidding. I'm just telling it how it is.
Yeah.
Chris, you find that cellulose?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plant fiber?
Let me see.
All right. It's coming.
Just definition. You look up dictionary.com.
Yeah.
Cellulose. What's it say?
Yeah.
Well, this is a complex carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
that is composed of glucose units.
Mm-hmm.
Forms the main,
of course, of the cell wall.
Constituent of the cell wall.
Yeah, the cell wall. The cellulose is the cell wall of the plant.
Yeah. When they
And
blow
celluloid must be something similar material.
when they blow that fiber, when they blow that insulation into your house, that's cellulose. It's newspaper. It's ground up newspaper.
Which is what cellulose is, which is plant.
All right.
It's a tree.
All right. All righty. So we're all learning something. That's the point.
So 6.
All right. You want to go to line 6? Keep bleeding 2 weeks after quitting.
Is it quick? You wanna go back to
Let's
that?
take a break.
All right.
Let's take a break.
Yeah.
We'll take a little break. Ben Stein in studio tomorrow night, and we'll be right back after this.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yeah, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-1910. All right, back to the phones we go. Samantha, 22, what's up?
Hi. My boyfriend has epididymitis.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've done some research online, and I've tried to talk to my urologist, but he won't talk to me without actually seeing my boyfriend.
All right.
And
You're a urologist. Why do you have a urologist? You're 22.
I have interstitial cystitis.
Oh, boy. You know,
I have endometriosis. I'm just a bunch of medical problems.
yeah.
I like the idea, the thought of him not talking to her.
Yeah, that tells you something.
I think my boyfriend has epididymitis.
Oh, no.
Is it contagious? Well, can you just tell me if I can continue to have I just like to not talk. So she's nuts because she has that interstitial cystitis or whatever the hell that is.
Well, and endometriosis.
Abuse.
So, yeah.
That means abuse. Samantha, what happened?
There was no abuse. I've been sick my entire life. I have a buttload of medical problems. So
what do you got? What's the problem?
I've got migraines. I've got TMJ. I had colon cancer, and I've got endometriosis.
Hold on a second. What do you mean you had colon cancer?
I had a malignant tumor, and that was another question I wanted to ask you. I had a right hemicolectomy.
Wow.
And they took out about a foot of my colon. I was just wondering, this is kind of strange, but I want to try anal sex, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Samantha, you are an enigma wrapped up in a puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay. Having the hemicolectomy.
That's going to be tough for the doctors, Drew, when you have to inform your patient they may never pack fudge again.
Well, that's usually where I start.
As a doctor.
I just, whatever kind of fudge packer you
give it a straight dope, Doc. I can take it.
First of all, you'll have to leave the union. No more union fudge packing for you.
Oh.
Sorry. Real freelance, we'll talk. The hemicolectomy, and here's what I find most confusing.
Okay.
First of all, you realize colon cancer at your age is exceedingly rare.
I know.
How did you present with that? What was your presenting symptoms?
Well, I had a laparoscopy in August of 2002 to confirm the diagnosis of endometriosis.
No. How did you? Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then it was laparoscopic, and he said that my appendix was incredibly inflamed, so he took it out.
Right.
And then they found an appendiceal carcinoid completely.
Yeah, that's not colon cancer. That's carcinoid.
Yeah, and then, but they said they were like, we left a piece in there, and it's
that's carcinoid. Samantha, do not tell people you had colon cancer. You had carcinoid.
What's that?
It's a common tumor that's curable in the appendix. In fact, some people believe that most serious episodes of appendicitis are caused by carcinoid.
Carcinoid?
Carcinoid is just it's a tumor in the appendix.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. That's not colon cancer, okay?
Okay, because they were like, we have to do this, or you could.
Yes, they do have to do. Yes, they do have to do it. It can get out of control. It can be a serious issue if it goes completely untreated. But that's not adenocarcinoma of the colon. It's something totally different.
Yeah, chicks don't get that at 20.
No, they do not get that. And all of the syndromes you have really are in the sort of psychophysiologic realm: the TMJ, the fibromyalgia, the interstitial cystitis. These are real things, but they tend to happen in people that have trauma histories. I'll tell you that.
What's up, Samantha? Anything?
No, my dad is in prison as a knife.
Prison for what?
Or anything. Just burglary.
Oh, just that.
I mean, he didn't kill anyone. He didn't kill my mom.
No, I mean, most dads are just a burglar.
Yeah, my dad did a stint in Rahway, actually.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
He wanted some of that Bayfront property on San Quentin, and it's the only way to get that.
He was in the joint for a while. How long was your dad in the joint for?
On and off until I was 4, and then he went away for 15 years.
On and
more
off.
Petty thievery, obviously.
Recurrent burglaries?
Yes.
A drug addict?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a drug addict. So
both my parents were.
All right, that
is a little abuse.
Yeah, that is a highly traumatic family system, and that's where a lot of the stuff comes from that you're dealing with. So I do suggest you kind of deal with the underlying issues here, which are being a child of an addict family.
Insurance anymore because no one will cover me because of
but you don't have medical problems.
No one will
Samantha.
cover you because you're nuts.
Yeah, these are more in the realm of what are called somatoform disorders. Okay. Not that I don't want to have 1,000 phone calls from people with interstitial cystitis saying it's a real thing. Yes, I understand it is, but I'm talking to Samantha. Her case, nobody else's. I don't want to hear from anybody else.
Go.
For Samantha, this is clearly a trauma issue. And you have some medical problems sprinkled around here and there. And God knows the stress of the trauma have caused some medical problems. But
explain,
the epididymitis.
Explain, Drew.
What?
Nah, I just mean, and we know that when someone has suffered trauma because they have one or more, and it's usually more, of these sort of diseases or troubles or syndromes.
They're not diseases.
Don't seem to strike people that grew up in healthy, normal families.
And they tend to overstate their disorders. I have colon cancer. But now I noticed she was traumatized by the intrusions that happened. She had a part of her colon taken out for a carcinoid. A whole different thing. But states it up front as I've got colon cancer.
Yeah,
and I've got this and this and this and this, and none of those things add up to much of any.
Well, what are the main ones you look for? You look for the fibromyalgia, right?
Fibromyalgia, which is to me more often than not a sleep disorder, and it's very serious and it's a very painful and serious condition, but predominantly it's a sleep disturbance.
Here's what it is:
common in trauma survivors.
It was Epstein-Barr virus
at one time.
And then
it was originally neurasthenia.
Oh, really?
And then it became chronic fatigue.
Great Who movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Then it became
chronic fatigue syndrome.
I thought it was Epstein-Barr, then chronic fatigue.
You're right, Epstein-Barr, then chronic fatigue.
I know, because I think my mom had some of these.
Right, and then now it's fibromyalgia. Right. It's the same syndrome, different names.
Let me explain what it's called. Depression.
Depression is usually part of it. And antidepressants, strangely enough, are the only thing that have been effective against it.
When you're depressed, it's hard to get out of bed.
Well, your sleep is profoundly disturbed, and when your sleep is that disturbed, you hurt when you wake up.
Yeah,
you hurt
and when you're going to a horrible job and you're in a horrible relationship and everything's horrible, you just don't want to get out of bed.
You had that. You kind of had that, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to get out of bed.
But you had the back pain and the aches and the misery.
Yeah.
The dread, low back pain is part of this.
Problem with my uteral lining. It was always upper back for me, by the way.
Huh.
But, here's the thing. I slept on a futon. I had too many head collisions playing football, and then I was doing construction all day. So, but that mixed with being depressed. But
and his TMJ goes along with it, and chronic unexplained pelvic pain, unexplained urinary symptoms, all these things, irritable bowel syndrome, they all are in that spectrum. Not that they aren't all significant syndromes unto themselves.
No, but if you were talking to someone who had 4 or 5 of these
you
things,
go, and you give you a certain feeling, as Samantha
say,
does.
what about the abuse?
That's right. And
That's
then
right.
she filled that in for us. So the epididymitis, anyway, is an inflammation of his urethral tract and his urogenital tract that settles in the epididymis. It can be bacterial, can be just inflammatory. It is usually not contagious, though there is a chlamydia and gonococcal or gonorrhea form of this. But more often than not, it is not something contagious. Okay?
Okay, but his doctor's given him antibiotics before, and it always comes back.
Yeah, it does tend to recur.
Okay, and also I read that it can cause infertility.
Yeah. I mean, recurrent episodes, but it's a very common syndrome and doesn't usually cause a fertility issue.
Have we spoken to you before?
No, I called last night, but I didn't get through. I was waiting.
Yes, that's why I saw her call. That's why I brought it up.
Okay. Listen, Samantha, get some help for your drug addict parents and what they've put you through, would you?
Right.
Okay.
Please stop bothering the doctors.
That's why the urologist won't talk to you anymore.
Yeah, that's why
because he doesn't. He really doctors get scared when they don't know how to handle. You know, the complaints keep coming and coming and coming, and there's not a real medical reason for it. And a healthy person, 22-year-old healthy person, and they just kind of push back a little bit as opposed to really going at what the primary issue is.
Oh, everything was fine growing up except for dad's in the joint, or mom's
like
drug
everybody.
addict.
It's like everybody. Yeah, both drug addicts. But you know what? Oh, I didn't tell you that.
Yeah,
I neglected that part. Well, whose parents aren't?
Yeah. I'll tell you the joint's lucky my dad didn't go there. He would have taken over.
Yeah.
Taken over.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You got
it'd be a quieter place, though.
You got the Mexican mafia, you got the white Aryans, and then you got the nappers. Dad would have...
He would organize them.
Nappers. He would have napping. Yeah.
They would have all joined that. It would have been cool.
Want to protest against the food? Let's lie down. Close our eyes. Yeah. Shauna?
Hi.
You're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, about a month and a half ago, I stopped taking my Depo shot where I was supposed to go get another shot, and I kind of missed it because school was ending in Christmas time. And all of a sudden, at the beginning of January, my period started and wouldn't stop for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Extremely heavy, not even normal. And I'm normally a very heavy period.
Well, when was the last time you had a period?
No kidding. We know that.
When was the last time you had a period before that?
About a year ago.
All right, so you may have had some endometrial buildup, and now it's coming out.
I just started it again about 3 days ago.
The period again or the shot again?
The period again.
Yeah, you're bleeding. Listen, when you're on the shot, all bets are off. All bets are off with the period when you're on that Depo shot. You'll bleed for 3 months, 6 months. What?
Oh, go ahead.
So you bleed for the first 3 months, sometimes the first 6 months, and when you stop, you can bleed. Yeah, it's menstrual irregularities are terribly, terribly common with that shot.
When are they going to work that out?
Well, it's always going to be that way.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Got that to look forward to. Then.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, and where are the breakthroughs coming? You got the patch, you got the pill.
Well, I think I'm kind of excited about the patch and the rings, the Nuva ring and the Evra patch, because when you take birth control pills, the first thing it does, when you put something in your stomach, the first thing it does is go into your liver. So the liver sees this massive dose of hormones, and the liver can respond to that in funny ways. First of all, it can get inflamed, but it can also change the level of circulating hormones. There's something called sex hormone binding globulin, which is
some of that in my hamper.
I'm sure it's quite plentiful in your hamper.
Yeah.
And it binds testosterone very tightly, and so
also tube socks.
So it binds tube socks to spot.
Yeah, no, I can't get them apart.
Spot welds them. It does.
That is soak them. Yeah.
Well, sometimes that won't even work. And so the testosterone is what helps drive everyone's sex drive, obviously, but especially women. If they don't have adequate levels of circulating testosterone, they can really have a drop in their libido. And so by raising sex hormone binding globulin, they can drop free testosterone. So we have a lot of our callers kind of complain about this and that with their orgasmic function and their sexual libido. And I think the transdermal and the ring is a good potential solution to that.
And how long does that last?
Well, the patches are a week and the ring is a month.
The ring they put the ring up yet, right?
Show me that again. Where's it go?
Pow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Roxanne?
Yes.
You're 24?
I'm 24.
Calling from Anchorage, huh?
Yep, I'm calling from... It's been a long time to get through.
Yeah. Sounds like you're far away. You have a boyfriend that's 46?
Yes, I do.
God bless
We've
him.
been together about 6 months now.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine told me that once a man is in his late 30s or early 40s, that there's more of a chance when you have children that they will have, like, some type of mental disorder, like bipolarity or...
The children will?
Like that. Yeah, like, if I want to have children, like, eventually I want to have children.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just worried me. I didn't know if this was just something that she'd heard, offhand. I wasn't sure if there was any truth to this.
Well, there's certainly issues with older women and increased difficulties with birth defects of various types.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a great person to ask this one up, but I'm not off the top of my head aware of any
Never hear anything.
Not significant issues. Plenty of older guys having kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And really, for men, it's sort of a digital issue. Either that sperm can cause a conception or it can't. And if it's healthy enough to do it, usually it's
Yeah,
able
so
to create a normal child.
it's sort of... It's a problem that takes care of itself, because if it's a bad load, it's not going to work.
Just so to speak, yeah.
It's not just going to have bad seed and have a bad kid.
Right. The seed never gets there.
Doesn't work.
Right.
It's not mobile.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Chris, you ever check your sperm out, buddy?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
Pretty good.
Are you looking at a microscope?
No, I'm just kidding.
They have a little sperm with Chris's head on it, like Homer.
You want Drew to take a look at it?
Okay.
But you got to promise to hit him nowhere but in the glasses.
All right.
That's the only way I can see it.
Yeah. Let's take a look. He doesn't want that crowd where, you catch him on the forehead or something,
Okay.
You know what was really cool in that MRI the other day when they suspend your sperm.
They suspend your
Sure,
sperm?
because they show you those pictures. And
What do you mean? How do they do the MRI? They do it on your nutsack?
in my head, remember the brain MRI?
Yeah.
And
What
as
about
you mentioned, I was watching pictures of pornography and things during the MRI, and they're seeing how your brain lights up.
Mm-hmm.
And then inevitably there's
sperm?
Sure.
What do you mean there's sperm?
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Oh, Drew. I don't know when you're kidding. Drew kids once every 9 years. I'm supposed to know when he's kidding? I know there's sperm in your head. Maybe there is.
It's good times.
I learned that you're...
Chris,
yeah.
junior college.
Hey, that's right, brother.
Yeah.
We'll give the secret handshake. You know the junior college secret handshake?
No.
It's you just miss hands, but you try to shake, but you just kind of screw it up.
Got it.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Ben Stein, the genius Ben Stein in here tomorrow night.
You know what? In spite of the kind of posturing he used to sort of do in my direction, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
I always really liked him.
Yeah.
I think he's a great talent, a great guy, an interesting guy,
Definitely
one
interesting.
of a kind. There's only one Ben Stein.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think about it, there really is only one Ben Stein, and it takes a true genius, especially to recognize genius.
Oh,
and that's
of course.
That's his real genius.
As you shall find out tomorrow.
I hope so. Tim?
Yeah.
22?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, last time my girlfriend went on her period, I kind of brought up the idea of having sex during that time, and she was really just about having sex. And I don't have a problem with it personally, but she brought up the issue that maybe there might be health risks. Is there such a thing for either of us?
Well, if she had some bloodborne infection like HIV or hepatitis C or hepatitis B, yeah, that could be an issue for you.
Yeah.
And for her, if you had some sexually transmitted disease to give her, it's more likely to get higher in her genital tract and cause more serious problems like pelvic inflammatory disease. But if both of you have nothing, then it's really not a big deal.
Yeah. So it's like, I think people seem to think you're more susceptible or vulnerable to get things, but if there's nothing being passed around, then there's nothing to get.
Yeah, and again, I think it's sort of primitive man-like. It's like, ooh, something's blood coming from her. She's tainted. She's the devil's visit. It's just...
Drew, you're a man of passion. You're an exquisite man of passion, and the period is not a deal breaker for you.
Definitely.
See, for me,
I completely agree.
with Adam.
Let me explain. To me, a period is just that. It's a period.
It's a break.
And end of sentence. For Drew, it's barely a comma.
Yeah.
A period is really not even a period. It's not. It's
semicolon.
It's a semicolon.
Let's call it a semicolon.
Speaking of colon, he'll get her there if the flow's bad enough.
Semicolon.
Yeah. Yep. I stay away from the period, and for Drew,
semicolon.
Yeah. It's like, you know what it is for you? A period for you is like, it's like you ordered a burger with no mayo and no pickles, but they came on it anyway.
Yeah, and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm eating it.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that.
It doesn't ruin it.
No, it's fine.
A little unpleasant.
Not the way you would have preferred it.
Especially if you're eating while you're trying to drive. It can be kind of,
Yeah, that's rough. But, I mean, it's still, you ain't tossing it.
No.
You're hungry. Yeah. I can't.
here.
As a 70% of the food I've gotten has not been the way I've wanted it. This is the difference between guys and girls. Women will just send it back because they're never really that hungry. Guys,
any of that food, do you not enjoy any of that? None of it?
No, just eat it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, Danielle?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
My boyfriend and I were messing around the other day, and when we were in the process, I was fondling his genitals, and I realized that he has 3 testicles.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Probably not.
No.
Well, one of them is normal, and the other one, it looks normal, but when you feel it, it's like 2 smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2 smaller ones, or is it one similar to the other one and then a small one on top?
That's like what it. Well, there's definitely 3 feeling ones. I don't know if those.
All right. Well, usually the feeling of a smooth. Trying to think of a delicate way of saying this, of 2 smooth balls within the sac. One of those is some sort of a cyst. Mm-hmm. Either spermatocele or varicocele. Mm-hmm. They're very common. Or sometimes it's the epididymis you're feeling. You can also have a hernia sac that can come down there and feel like another testicle. Mm-hmm. But that's it. That's usually what it is. If it's rock-like or pebbly feeling, that's cancer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like 3 normal ones, but 2 are smaller, and I'm just kind of concerned. I thought maybe...
All right. Well, why don't you tell me you should maybe go see the doctor.
Again, it's a cyst. Cystocele, varicocele, spermatocele.
Kalani. Kaylani. Yeah.
It's Hawaiian.
Kaylani.
Yeah, Mongo's Hawaiian, and I'm like kind of named after him. I want to know...
Hang on a second. Hold on. It's Kaylani?
It's Kalani.
Kalani.
Yeah.
All right.
K-L-A-N-I. Yeah, I want to know... I'm turning 21 in about 15 days. I want to know what the best thing is to do when I turn 21. First thing.
Do you have big calves?
Say again?
Do you have big calf muscles?
Yeah, actually I do.
Yeah.
And, another thing is, too, whenever I take a dump, my penis gets hard. There's something wrong with that?
No.
Whenever you take a dump?
Yeah.
You're just enjoying yourself.
All
That's
right.
all. All right. Trying to keep it out of the water.
No, it's the... he doesn't have that problem.
Oh, okay.
It's the prostate being stimulated and the lymphatics being sort of obstructed.
Do you not have... how big's the penis? Not too big?
Nah, it's about 7, but it's pretty thick. That's
Hey, Adam.
what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the things the Hawaiians have invented over the years.
Yeah. What a contribution. Well, they made those bras out of coconuts.
I got one more question.
Hold on.
That has changed the world.
Yeah. And the ukulele. Go ahead.
Yeah, is it true that if I drink a whole bottle of Robitussin, I'll get really messed up?
Yeah, you can cause... There's some evidence that there can be brain injury from that kind of thing, and what you get is sort of a PCP / Special K type high.
Yeah. Maybe not the best...
not a good idea.
...move for you. But he wants to know how to celebrate his 21st birthday. Here's the whole thing about, as a guy, celebrating your 21st birthday.
Always a disappointment. Right.
I remember my 21st birthday. I ended up falling asleep on a box spring in an alley outside of a party.
Barfing?
I barfed later.
Yeah.
later on in the night, I got dumped off at my buddy the Wheeze's house. The Wheeze just got himself a new BMW. A used one, but a nice one. And I said, Wheeze, please give me a ride home. I'm sick, and I'm going to heave. And he said, okay, but first we're going on a Mulholland run. And
with knowing that you were going to barf?
He wanted to go on a Mulholland run.
Oh, new car with a guy who wants to vomit.
He was a maniac on Mulholland.
Fabulous.
And the car was like lowered with wide tires
Beautiful.
and stuff. So I was just hanging my head out the window the whole time. He was going nuts on Mulholland. And then he dropped me off, and I had to be at work the following day, just green and digging ditches. It was a good day. So here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to peak too fast. You don't want to chug like a 12-pack at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Back off a little.
But wouldn't if you don't have a girlfriend and you're just hanging with a bunch of guys,
get someone else to drive.
Wouldn't the best thing to
go
be
to a strip
have
club.
it not all be one night? Like you go somewhere for a couple days.
You can't do that at 21. You don't have any money. Your friends don't have any money.
You're right.
Go to a strip club because your friends will get you a couple of lap dances and they'll pull you up on stage, and they'll give you like a paddling and stuff. It's awesome.
So you won't forget that.
Yeah. And then they'll buy you beers, they'll buy you strip dances, and just don't peak too soon. You'll be vomiting by 9:45 at night. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Well, that's the show. Finishing on time for a change.
Amazing.
Ben Stein, the great genius known as Ben Stein.
A genius who appreciates genius.
Well, it does take one to know one. He's going to be in here tomorrow night, so we'll talk to him. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
First of all, you'll have to leave the union. No more union fudge back and free. Sorry.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.